Some guy murders some woman and everyone's like, I wonder why. What trauma must he have had when he grew up? Why is that any of our business? None of us are psychologists. It's not our responsibility or our job to understand what his trauma might have been, or what could have motivated this deed. That is just wrong. It's a violation. So, like with all things in life, there has to be a balance between what we're willing to hold space for and what we're not. It shouldn't be. There is a difference between empathizing with where someone is and validating that, and coming from an agony auntie, let me give you my advice, that is essentially speaking into their lives, not necessarily with permission, and a fridge magnet philosophizing everything in life. I can hear you and how you feel and what you think and validate that for you. I can have compassion for where you find yourself. I can hold space and keep my advice to myself. But so much of what I do with the connections I work with, honestly, is confronting. Because tea and sympathy you can get from your hubby, your best friend, and your mum. If you've come to me, you've come to me to fix the problem.
Yeah.
And 99.99% of the time, the problem is you. It's not the other person and what they did. It's not what happened. It's not the consequences of that. It's not anything external to how you are conceptualizing and framing this experience for yourself. So I can hold a non-judgmental space. But if you want to work with me to fix the problem, then you're going to have to be open to being confronted with things that are initially pretty uncomfortable. And I think for most people, that's why healing seems elusive. Because the moment something is confronting, the moment something requires me to take personal responsibility for fixing this myself, I'm going to deflect it. I'm going to push it away because I'm holding resistance against my own power. So it's not easy being the vessel or the mechanism of that confrontation. It's also not easy to hold space without judgment for someone who is not ready for what you could potentially confront them with. Because none of us have the right to speak into anyone's journey who has not explicitly invited us to do so.